Okay, so we now need to look at linear equations where the pronumeral is on both sides. So if you notice in example A here, there is an H on both sides. In example B, there is a D on both sides. In example C, there is an X on both sides. So what I am going to aim to do is to move all the terms with the pronumeral onto one side and the terms that don't have the pronumeral onto the other side. So let's start with example A. 5h plus 13 is equal to 2h minus 2. What I'm going to do is this 2h, I want to move it to the other side. Eliminate it from this side, move it to the other side so I collect all the terms with h on the left hand side. I can cancel 2h from this side if I take 2h, because 2h subtract 2h cancels out. That's okay as long as I subtract 2h from this side. It leaves me with negative 2 on the right hand side, and if I combine my like terms here, so I combine my 5h and I subtract 2h, that gives me 3h, and then I've got my plus 13. So I now need to eliminate the 13 from the left hand side. The opposite of adding 13 is subtracting 13, so that cancels, and that's okay as long as I do the same to the other side. Leaves me 3h here, and when I combine these two like terms here, it's negative 15. That's 3 times by h. If I divide that by 3, the 3's cancel and leaves me just with h, which is what my aim of the whole sum is. So I have to remember that up here I divided by 3 here, so I need to also divide this side by 3. 3's into 15 goes 5, and the negative and the positive gives us a negative. So that's the first example. Let's do B. 14 subtract 4d equals 27 subtract d. Okay, I don't want this d here on the right hand side, so if I add d, then those two cancel, and that's okay as long as I add. I then have on my right hand side 27, and on my left hand side, again, if I combine these like terms, I've got my 14, and then when I combine those like terms, subtract 3d. Now, get rid of the 14 from this side. If I subtract 14, the 14 subtract 14 cancels, so I need to subtract 14 here. 27 take 14 is 13, and on this side, I'm left with here, don't forget the sign in front. Then, that's negative 3d. If I divide it by negative 3, the 3's cancel, the signs cancel, so I need to divide this side by negative 3. So therefore, d is equal to negative 13 over 3. Okay, in the last example, we have some brackets, and we need to expand those brackets first of all. So that will be my first step, is doing bracket expansion. So 2x minus 6 is equal to 10x plus 20. Okay, I don't want the 10x on the right hand side, so 10x subtract 10x cancels. So I subtract 10x from this side. Leaves me 20 on the right hand side. When I combine my like terms on the left hand side, 2x subtract 10x is negative 8x. I then don't want the 6 on the left hand side, so I add 6 to cancel it, so add 6 over here. Leaves me negative 8x is equal to 26. If I divide by negative 8, that cancels. Divide the other side by negative 8, so that leaves me with x is equal to negative 26 over 8.